Pastor Tibitan has actually reached out to Olori Naomi, telling her that if she yields to what people want for her and her son, it will be her first biggest mistake that she would make in her entire existence as a wife to the Oni of Ife. That singular act would ruin a million things for her. It will give her that single downfall that she has avoided in years. So that moment she begins to listen to people, that moment she begins to embrace what people have to say, that moment she begins to give people the chance to penetrate through her life, it is a moment she have lost it all. And this is exactly what Naomi has been trying to avoid. Yes, this is exactly what Naomi has been trying to avoid. Because if you want to ask why President Ikawo is not returning back into the palace, then it is exactly what Naomi is trying to avoid. Because once this boy comes in, there will be so many controllers in the boy's life. Yes, there will be so many controllers in the boy's life. And now Olori Naomi is trying every single thing within her power to make sure that what she remains the only controller in this boy's life and the only. Yes, she remains that particular person and the only per se. And speaking categorically from what we have seen manifest or unfold in recent times, these women have proven the capacity of who they are, what they can do, and what they are willing and capable of doing. Yes, they have. And as long as these things elongate, as long as these things go on, as long as these things keep on manifesting, we know for sure that the set of persons that Naomi is dealing with in the palace are not the set of persons who stop at any point at all. They are not the set of persons who are willing or ready to withdraw from anything. No, they are not. There are people who keep on pushing. There are people who keep on making sure that what they look forward into a matter. There are people who keep on making sure that okay, oh, on this matter like this, the way this matter is now, the only thing we have to do is to make sure that what we scatter everything that is on ground. And Naomi is trying to make sure so hard that let it not be heard someday that the Olori is destroyed her son. You know, who will she even explain to? Who will she explain that story to that the person would find it quite understandable with her that okay, oh, ekbelema, so it was the Oloris, sorry, nobody would understand that with her. What they know is that it is Olori Naomi's responsibility to protect her son. So if she fails at her duty, then it is her problem. It is completely her problem to face. It is completely her cup of tea to drink from. So now, Pastor Tibitan is telling her that, listen, now the greatest thing that would happen, the greatest downfall that will come in your life is letting someone rule, it's letting someone come into control, it's letting someone tell you what to do. Because right now, they are making Naomi seem like an excess woman in trying that. Oh, Tadenikawa will not return back into the palace, so that boy will not come back into the palace. He would stay with me. You know, they are making her look like an excessive woman, a woman who is too overprotective of her son, a woman who doesn't want other people to share her son with her, and all of those things. That is what they are making Naomi now to look before the people. And if you want to judge right, Naomi is not that person. Naomi is just being a mother who is guiding her son on the right track. And day after day, these things happen. Minute after minute, these things happen. These things become a revealing factor before everybody. They become one thing for sure that we cannot even just say that, oh, this is it, oh, and this is so this isn't happening. Oh, so there are not even things that you can just that you can just wake up and say that this is it. But right now, from what we know and what we are hearing, and this is a man of God, a renowned man of God, telling Olori Naomi that what any single room at all, any single advantage you give this woman, every single chance you give this woman, their goal is to make sure that what they pull you down. Their goal is to make sure that they drag you out of that single peaceful moment you have had your entire life. And what they are trying now to do is what to make you look like a bad person. Yes, because Olori Naomi have tried so hard to be on the right track. Yes, that one we know. We know that Naomi have tried every single thing within her power to be on the right track. But one thing we know about the palace is that you cannot remain on the right track forever in your life. There are some times that these women will push you to bring out the madness that exists inside of you. And apparently, they have been pushing Naomi for quite some time now. They have been trying so hard to make sure that they prove to people that, yes, this is who Naomi is. So stop making it look like Naomi is a saint. They have done these things over and over and over again. And from a continuous attitude, Naomi have come to know that, okay, oh, these are the persons I am dealing with. This is who these women are. And no matter what happens, they would not stop. They will keep on doing these things over and over and over again. They will keep on doing it. So as time progresses, as day goes by, you will come to a point of realization that what Pastor Tibetan is saying that what is right. Because Naomi might grow weary at some point and begin to say that, okay, since it is like this, let me just leave it. Whatsoever wants to happen, let it happen. Or whatsoever these women want, let it happen. It's a lie. It cannot happen. It can't, because from all indication, once you give these women the room that whatsoever it is, let it happen, you have altered every single thing. You have altered every single thing. Everything has been altered, and you have given them that room to be the rulers of your life. And just imagine the women of the only wives ruling your life. Women that ruling their own personal life too is so miserable for them. Imagine them ruling your life and that of your son. That is exactly what Naomi is trying to avoid. That these women don't penetrate into her life. And it's exactly what Pastor Tibitan is telling her now. That see, once you give them that singular room, it is just one, no, not two. You have lost it completely. Like completely, you have lost it. Totally, there is nothing to hold on to again. You have lost it. And now it is left for Naomi to decide on what she wants. If she really, really wants these people to take over her life and rule it for her, or she would remain the one who is in charge, and she would remain the one who controls what happens in her son's life and her life in general. Because right now, that is what we are facing here, an indecision between what happens, and she has to decide what happens. She can't give anybody the room to decide that. This is Tedenikawo. This is a prince. He's the heir apparent to the throne. This boy holds more potentials than people imagine. This boy has come a very, very long way for Naomi to let anybody walk in and ruin his life. This boy have come to a considerable extent that Naomi cannot let anyone penetrate into this boy's life and try to maneuver what happens in his life.